Hey family, we're gonna look at another move. Now we're gonna go cross choke from the close guard, which fits in the theme of what we're doing. Another legendary move that if you are a jiu-jitsu practitioner, you need to know how to perform when someone's letting you. As far as like having perfect technique, you need to be able to use it while you're practicing, and then the ultimate goal is to understand it and know it so well that you can then teach it to someone else and keep passing this beautiful art along. Okay, so we're gonna go from the guard. And the one thing that it's a big booby trap here is we want to make sure we don't get caught in the visual part of jiu-jitsu, which is thinking, hey, I am pulling this one this way and I am pulling this one this way, and my partner's gonna tap. That could happen, but it's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is use the collar, use this belt they have here, and while giving it very little slack, using our grips through tension to apply pressure in the right place. Where is the right place? Well, turn around for me, Mauro. It is going to be on the artery that's supplying blood to the brain, which sometimes you can see on people, but most of the time you can pretty much draw a straight line from the earlobe all the way down to the shoulder, and it'll be somewhere around there. So keeping that in mind, notice you can go here for a good lapel grip. A lot of people would say, hey, this is a good grip to move the person. I don't disagree with you, but it's not a grip that's gonna choke my partner. Even if I go a little higher, the moment I pull down, look, I'm nowhere near making contact. We have to like really go all the way where your thumb, your hand, it's making contact with the tag of that gi. And then on top of that, I gotta make a little bit of an adjustment. My hand cannot just go like so, because then it's gonna be this part of my wrist that makes contact, where I really need to be this bladey, this pointy blade of the wrist, which is this first inch of it, that make contact. So like I turn my palm, almost palm up, my elbow, crook of the elbow, palm up, and I do a little bit of a side twist for this first grip. Now I gotta mimic a grip similar to this one on the other side, but it's up to me which one. So let's turn the other way, Mauro. So notice on this side, what do I do? What do I do? I could be going palm down. It could be going palm down, or it could be 4 fingers up. It is truly up to you, as long as it is very deep. Now, what you do need to consider is, do you go over the easy way, or do you go under? And the answer is under, and here's why. If you go over, then the rule defensively says your partner has to figure out which hand is on top. This one would be so, and he has to get his hand inside of on that position, answering the phone, because that way the blade of his wrist is gonna be defensively placed so the blade of my wrist doesn't make contact. So if that is true, and I'm setting this grip, as he sees that second hand, he's gonna block me with his, and it's a really easy move for him to do. So understanding that, I'm gonna make the adjustment, and instead of making it easy for him, I'm gonna make it really difficult by twisting the other way and going under on the other side. Because if I go under on the opposite side, I make my original hand the hand that he has to answer the phone on. Now consider, that we already agree that there's no slack there. So it's gonna be a much more challenging task for him. Now, head down for a little bit, Mauro. Notice my hands are almost touching that. And they really need to be. Head back up. Now that I'm here, look, I don't wanna open my elbows. I wanna keep my elbows close to each other where they are now, but then I wanna bring my elbow to my hips. Also, my wrist, I cannot allow them to be like this anymore. They might have been there resting for the right moment, but now that I'm gonna go, I'm gonna engage them by rolling the wrist. And notice how the blade of the wrist now gets engaged in a much tighter position. Now my partner could prevent the choke by pushing me away and creating space. So I'm gonna pull myself close to him, and I'm gonna get my head close to the hand that's on top, like so. And I'm gonna squeeze from there. And my partner has to tap. If I'm pretending I'm gonna choke him from here, he's gonna push me away, he's gonna break the grips, it's not gonna happen. It takes me digging well, going under the first one, digging well, pulling him in, getting myself close for this choke to work. Because we are dealing with a situation, which is a very common one in jiu-jitsu, where you are attacking your partner, and that's awesome, but your partner has 2 free hands to fight you back. So it's gonna take more than a simple choke or simple steps to achieve this. It's gonna take a little bit of putting some thought behind into where are the points of the choke where you can take advantage of even better technique to really be successful. As a side note,
you don't have to do this with just your gi. If you're, you know, whoever person is nice enough for you to let them do this, you could just use your belt tied around and kind of practice the same concept, and it might be cooler. It might be something just to have fun with. Okay. Miss you guys. Hope to see you soon.